So what cryptos should you be holding, and what cryptos can actually go to zero or lose a tremendous amount of value over in the future? So that is exactly what we're going to explore in today's video. And don't forget, before we get into it, that you need to subscribe to the channel if you would like to get more content like this. So I want to jump into it, and before I want to do that is I want to take you back in history. So the reason here that I want to speak about the cryptos that could go to zero is, of course, you can avoid investing into those just because of a hype. For example, people talking about it can go up in value, because we need to have some fundamental value behind it. So during the dot-com bubble, I had a friend, or I have a friend still, and he actually was he was a journalist during that period. And he interviewed so many companies back then, because some of them were just built on air, basically. So what happened was that he talked to a company, and they got a higher valuation the more people they hired, because then they saw growth in the company even though they didn't make any money. And the same is true today with a lot of companies from Silicon Valley. They're growing a lot, but they're not making any money. So we want to just make sure we're investing into cryptocurrencies that actually are growing, they're getting more users, and they might be a big part of the future. And for that, we need to see, is there a use case for it? So for that reason, we're investing into layer 1s, we're investing into layer 2s potentially, and we're making sure that there's actually really good use cases for these different cryptocurrencies. So the question, of course, is which are those cryptos and which ones are not? Because there's 10,000 cryptos out there. So if we start with what we are looking at, then we're going to get into what we are going to avoid. So the ones we're looking at, the layer 1s, layer 2s, is obviously Bitcoin. We have Ethereum. We have projects such as Solana and Polkadot, because they have an incredible community behind them. They have so many programmers building their blockchain, and not only that, Ethereum, Solana, and Polkadot, they have hundreds of projects built on their blockchains. So there's absolutely growth happening there. There's absolutely use case. They're making a difference, and they're actually, I think, will have a great future. I could be wrong, of course. We could be wrong, which is why it's not enough just knowing what could be good ones to invest into. I'm going to get to the other part in a moment, but other ones might be the layer 2s. So might be the Matic, might be even Atom, might be Chainlink, because what they're doing is, so Matic, they're supporting the Ethereum network to scale, which is a big problem there. And by doing so, if Ethereum has success, they will have success as well. But then we also have the Chainlink and Atom. They are oracles, which means that they are connecting and allowing the other ones to talk to each other. They have incredible growth. They're building a lot. They have a big community. Then I want to look at what we are avoiding. We are avoiding projects that really don't have a use case according to us. There's no real thing happening behind them, and they're not solving a better problem than some of the other blockchains. So one of those is Dogecoin, as an example. I know there's probably going to be people, well, actually comment below, do you really like Dogecoin? And if yes, then answer why as well. That would be awesome to have, right? By all means, I really hope or wish that I invested into Dogecoin from the beginning, because Dogecoin really got a tremendous growth. But do I think Dogecoin will be around in 10 years? No, I do not. The reason being, they have a very strong community, absolutely. But what are they really doing, right? It's a payment coin, but there's hundreds of those. Why would Dogecoin succeed? And not only that, it doesn't even have a limited supply of coins. Looking at Bitcoin, there will only be 21 million coins created. But with Dogecoin, they have an unlimited supply. It's a bit like the US dollars today. But Dogecoin really was created as a joke. But now it's one of the biggest coins out there, but I don't think that has longevity. So really look at use case, look at the community, look at what they are doing, are they solving a real problem? And of course, look at the team and everything as well behind it. So do some proper research. So with that being said, right, those are the absolutely the biggest one and safest one to invest into. But that being said, you need to use a proper asset allocation. We're only investing 20% of our net worth into cryptos, the rest into other assets. Number 2, make sure also that we use a strategy. So we have a clear strategy with predefined rules that tells us when to get in, when to get out, when to enter, with how much we enter, and how much risk we're taking. So you need to know that beforehand in order to make money long term. So that's really this video, just a short video on which coins that we think will gain value and which ones we think might go to zero in the future. So if you like these type of videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel so we can support you with even more knowledge. And with that being said, like the video and comment below, what do you think about this discussion? Are there any coins you would say that you would buy, maybe not buy? Why would you do that? That would be awesome to hear your opinion as well. And don't forget to press the alarm bell so you get notifications whenever we're placing or doing and making a new video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to see you in the next.